Hi, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Booking Manager Academy. We are on the last stretch of this 2025 season of Booking Manager Academy. And today we want to talk to you about the data you have in Booking Manager and how you can use it to plan your 2026 season. Let's start. So through Booking Manager, you can do quite a lot of reports. Just to give you the prerequisite to do all of these reports that I will be showing you today is to have the advanced version of Booking Manager. So 99% of these reports, maybe everything I'm showing you today actually is available to our advanced users. If you see something that interests you and you don't see them in your account, please go back to my colleagues from the sales team, and they will help you with upgrading if necessary. Today I'm showing you from our web version, but all of these are available also in the local Booking Manager that you have installed in your computer. I've divided these in three kind of segments. The first is more operational, so it's more what you can do for the check-ins you still have, and what you can implement with your team for the 26th season. And the rest is the financial reports, which is what will help you plan the next season, make the financial decision, the budgeting decisions, and the fleet allocation. And the last part is more related to invoicing, so to make sure that either in the daily operation, either now after season, for those of you that are in the after season already, you can make sure that your check-in balances are correct. Okay, so let's start. The first thing is the embarkment list. So this allows you on a week basis or a monthly basis to check what are the check-ins and check-out you have. So this is from the LBM, just not to lose you immediately. So you have different formats of reports. So you can do a table, you can do a list, etc. And here you can set the dates for which you want to see the check-in. You can select only check-in, only check-out. You decide which notes to show. If you want to show all notes, only check-in, internal notes, transfer details, etc. And here you see for which base. You see if you have a guest boarding, a guest disembarking, if there is any, so on this boat, I have a client checking out, and I see if there is any extras that maybe wasn't paid, maybe something didn't sit down completely in my bank account, or maybe they called the base manager and they said, hey, we lost the outboard engine, we lost the outboard, the stand-up paddle, so you have those notes. All the reports you will see in today's presentation, you can either export or send via email. The exports, you can do a PDF, an Excel, a CSV, etc. This allows you, especially for the financial section of this presentation, to do pivot table and more advanced analysis. So this embarkment list comes in a different format, and you will see on the left the guest that is leaving, and if there's any new check-in, you get on the right the name of the guest, the dates, and as I said, if there's any specific need, here, for example, needs skipper and hostess, vegetarian menu, if there's any outstanding balance, or if it's a checkout, as we said, you have checkout notes that you can display with any comment, any feedback, any relevant information for the base. So by simply clicking on the right side on the envelope, you can send it to your base manager. If maybe you have your central office and several bases, then you can dispatch the relevant ones per base to the appropriate person. Okay, I'm going on the next one. Now, as you see, we switch to the online version, and all of the next videos will be on the web version, so you can get a feel on the new user interface. Let's start. So the YACHT transfer list. For those of you that operates on several bases, if you click on reports and YACHT transfer, you can do, for example, by month, and I'm going in August, I can have a preview of all the boats and on which base they're moving. So for example, I have my boat Vedran that is moving from the base A to the base B. So it's not filled with passengers on board. It's not a one-way. I need to transfer the boat, so I need to arrange a transfer. Or maybe it's end of the season, you're bringing all the boats back towards your main base for the winter maintenance. This way you can have everything in one piece of paper that allows you to organize yourself. And as you can see, I can click send email and I can send this to my technical staff, to my base manager, to my skipper networks, etc. If you have any question at any time, I'm going too slow, too fast, you want to see something again, feel free to just put the question in the Q&A session and I will be happy to answer you at any time. Okay, those were more on the, in season kinda or end of season for the yacht transfer. Also, similar to the yacht transfer, which I didn't show here, you have the transfer list. So you can do every Saturday based on the crew list. In the crew list link that you send or through my trip, the client can request a transfer, and then you can do on a weekly basis every Saturday. If you operate standard the Saturday, you can do the transfer list, and so you know how many taxi or combi or van you need to arrange to go pick up your client at the airport and which airport, with the flight time and all the important information for the taxi transfer. Okay, now let's get to the juicy part. This section is about the financial and the post-season data. So I will start with, for me, one of the most important, if not the most important report that you can find in Booking Manager, which is the Yacht Agency Financial Performance. This, in my opinion, allows you to make wise and smart commercial decisions, because this will allow you to decide your commission strategy, your discount strategy, your partnership strategy. We're coming toward, ICE. It's in a couple of weeks. It's the B2B, show where you will meet all the agencies. The agency will meet you there. So it's important, if you have the possibility to go through those data now. So when you are sitting now or in Dusseldorf or at Booking Manager Summit with those people, you actually know what to tell them. You can tell them, how much revenue they generated for your company, how many options they put, etc. So let's see how this works. So again, I'm going in the reports, and here my suggestion is always to do the conversion rate. I set the year, I set 25, and I can see my direct clients or the agencies. So in this case, I will do the agencies, and I created the report. As you can see, here I have a preview of the report. I will export it into Excel, and this is how it looks. Now, keep in mind, this is my demo version, so I have very little information. Let's zoom in a bit, and I can see, for example, that this demo agency placed 2 options and 236 booking. This is the best agent on the planet for me. I see the conversion rate is huge, and I see how much money they brought to me. So I can see how many weeks they brought to me, what base price, how much discount they gave, because that's super important information. Maybe my commercial strategy going forward in the next years will be to only sell to agencies that give, I don't know, maximum 20% discount. So this agency gave an average of 7% discount, which is fantastic. Okay, it's an agency I want to work with. Maybe, I want to set some limits. Maybe I want to give priority to agencies that confirm with such a good pricing policy. So this allows you to see first how much the agency makes you work. Because if I have an agent that puts hundreds of options and confirm 5 bookings a year, this is not an agent that is working hard for you. This is an agent that is making you work hard, because how much work for you one option brings, because there's the email exchange, there's sending the option confirmation, following up on the option, confirming or canceling the option. Maybe you don't have information till the last second, maybe you have options in line. maybe it's last minute situations, so it brings stress, to your sales team. So it's a relevant and important information to have. And then we see the conversion rate. So how many of those options become a booking? Because if every second option becomes a booking, fantastic. Even every third, I would be really happy. This means that, okay, the agency gives you work, but they bring work to you. So the option becomes a booking. And then the second thing I want to know is how much discount they give, because I don't want to work with agencies that sell my boats with a 50% discount, for example, or maybe I want. That's your commercial choice, not mine. But also I can see how much total volume, because maybe they made 100 bookings, but for the cheapest boat in the cheapest period, which is fine. But maybe I have an agency that gives me 10 bookings a year, but peak season with no discount on my largest units. So my commercial strategy will be completely different in approaching those two agencies. And I want to have this information and have these notes before going in a meeting with them. Also, this allows me to have maybe a diversified commission policy. So maybe to my top 10 agencies, I will give 18% discount commission. To my mid section, I will give 15. To my bottom tier, I will give 10, 12%. Or maybe to my top 5 agencies, I will do a fan trip. We have been very, very lucky to join Boreal, our golden partner in Norway, not last month, the month before already, in September, to an amazing fam trip that they organized for their top agencies. So, all this data allows you to put in place your next year strategy and to be ready for the important meetings you will be having in the next 2-3 months. Are we all able to see reports? So if you're a charter operator and you're using the advanced version of Booking Manager, yes, you have access to all the reports you saw. If you're not an advanced user or you're not 100% sure, you can contact my colleagues from the sales team. Okay, I will move to the next one. At any time, if you have a question, we can go back. Okay. Next, it's very similar, is the yacht financial performance. So you are now planning your boat's acquisition. Okay, you already started probably in Cannes, but till Dusseldorf, you are in the buying season. There's Lagoon Days coming, if I saw well. So this yacht performance allows you to check which boats performed the best, so you can make a decision if you are expanding the fleet, to add one more catamaran or a monohull, or maybe you operate a multi-base company, and then you can decide that your Lagoon 46 operates better in the base A. In the base B, you have very little requests, so maybe you will move your boats to another base. So this allows you to think your next year strategy, and you can plan your new acquisition of boats based on this report. Also, this allows you to decide which boats to sell. And I invite you to come, if you're at ICE, at our V15 for the Win events on the first and on the second evening, because this will be even more relevant. You will know why in a couple of weeks. Okay, yacht financial performance. Again, reports, yacht financial performance. Here, same, I can decide conversion rate, default. I do the standard for the yachts, to be honest. I do it for the year, and then I can decide by product, by owner of the boat. I can filter them by base, which is the case here. And as you can see, I have a lot of bases and a lot of boats. So I can see, for example, here in Alimos, I have an Oceanis 51.1. It booked only 2 days. I know for which amount. I see what extras and what discounts were given. I see what is the net and the gross amount, so how much VAT, because maybe you operate in different countries, so VAT might be different or not. And I see which are my best performing boats. If I have the same boat in several bases, I can compare. Here is why you can do an export and then do a pivot table and see how much, you know, the same boat brought you in different bases. Also here I can see the total revenue that all my boats in all bases generated for me. And as for every statistics that you can do through Booking Manager, you can export it in PDF, CSV, Excel, etc., depending on what is your favorite format. So as I was saying, this is perfect if you run a multi-base operation to make sure that you can you know, decide which base is performing, which boat is performing in which base. Maybe, you know, in some bases, because of the wind or because of the type of the clients or because where are the flights coming from, a monohull will perform much better than a catamaran. Then, you know, through these numbers, you can see, okay, this year, the catamarans performed the best in, I don't know, Athens, while in Mykonos, monohulls perform better. If there's any Greek, and I see there's several, and I'm saying silly things, please correct me. But you know, in the islands, it might be harder to find a spot for a catamaran. I know for a fact that in Nidra, it's a nightmare to moor a catamaran. Okay, Nidra in high season, it's a nightmare to moor in any case. But you know, you can then decide your strategy based on the data and not just by your feelings, you know, of the season, and not only based on what your base manager told you. Charter operators, be aware, there's few agencies tuned in today, so they will know all your secrets tools soon. Okay, next video. Realized revenue. This is very important if you are, you know, looking at the health of your season, if it was a good season or a bad season, and not based on, again, not based just on the gut feeling, which is very important, but you know, to support that gut feeling with some real data. Claudia, I see your question. If you haven't contacted technical support about that, please do it. Otherwise, I will let them know and they will get back to you. Okay, realized revenue. Again, same button. Realized revenue list. I can do it for a specific period, and that allows me to keep a very good check, an eye on my situation month by month. Or here, just to be simple, I made the whole year, and I see each boat, and I see how much it earned, with how much discount it was sold. I see the total revenue that I generated, but I also see how much costs I had. For example, if there's any repair, I can track them through Booking Manager, and they come in this report. I also see the owner share. So for the boats that I have in management, I know how much per boat I'm giving and how much money, not only the percentage, but I see the exact amount of money that the owner is getting. So you know exactly which agreement, you know, is maybe not the best for you, maybe needs a revision, maybe it's a boat that you want out of the fleet, maybe there's an agreement that is working very well with the owners, so maybe you want to use the same approach with other owners. This gives you a very detailed information boat by boat. Sure, Martina, ask your question and I will go back if needed. I will wait for your question. In the meanwhile, same as I mentioned, and I will not mention it again, you can send it via email if you have, you know, yield and revenue management department or a financial department that manages these things for you, or you can export it and do your own calculations. And this is the last time I will repeat it because it applies to every report, so no need to say it 15 times. We are waiting for Martina's question, but if you have any question, please go ahead. The total discount from the agent is calculated by the discount they're offering or by the commission that is mentioned on the final confirmation? How can we know on the report the discount or hours? Oh, my question is clear. Okay, you want to know if there's a differentiation between the discount you give, the commission you give, and if there's any extra discount given by the agent. Is that my question? Is that your question, Martina? The answer is yes. I don't know if we see it in the beginning of this video. In the agency YACHT financial, in the agency financial performance, you have this distinction. And you see here, you have agency commission in amount, agency commission in percentage, discount and commission combined, the gross price, the net price, and the owner share. So here you have the distinction between the discount and the agency commission and how much it is combined. In the agency financial performance, we can actually go back to that here. We can see what we have. Okay, so here I will go very close, I'm sorry, but we have the total, we have the breakdown of the discounts. Waiting to zoom in. We have the discount part, which is how much the agency gave out of that, if I'm not mistaken, and the agency commission. But in any case, Martina, if you want more details, we can, I think we see each other next week. So we can sit and look at those together calmly with a glass of wine or a cup of coffee, depending when we have the meeting. Okay, I'll go back to the next. I will go to the next slide. So we saw how much the YACHT performs. We have a revenue that we realized with all the breakdown. But for those of you that actually have boats in management, I'm quite confident that they come to you and ask you for a report on what's the share they got from their boats. And I also, Martina, it always sounds good when we can meet you. So, you know, we're always happy to have an excuse to sit with you and have a chat with you. So I also know that not every booking with the same boat owner, you give the same percentage. So in some bookings, you might give, I don't know, 15, might 60, etc. So you need a detailed breakdown for yourself, but also to share with the owner. And this is what is this about. So once more, left bar, reports, owner share. And here we are. So I can do the standard, which is on the net, or I can do the gross with the VAT. I would recommend you do the standard with the net. Here I can do, for example, for August 25, you can do yearly, you can, filter by owner. And I see my boat Armando here at only one booking. And I see that it's the owner parties somewhere around 5,000. There was no costs that was related to this specific booking. So what I mean by cost, it's maybe this charter didn't operate from its main base, where the mooring fees are covered with my owner agreement, but maybe I operated from another base, which is not one of my regular bases. So I had to pay moorings fees for the first and last night of the charter. So those costs may be at your charges because you have this kind of agreement, or maybe they come in the cost of the owner. So when you're in the booking manager, in the reservation, you have a cost tab, and there you can put those costs. And for those costs, you can say, okay, they are at my charge or they are at the owner charge, because those costs get deducted then from the revenue realized from that booking, or they get deducted from the amount that you're gonna give to the owner for that charter. So here you see those charter costs, which are my own costs that I take upon myself. There might be or might not be for a specific reservation. And if there's any costs that are on the owner charge. And you see how much, so how much was the base price, the discount. If it's a booking through an agency, how much is the commission? What is the VAT? the final price, and then I see if there's any split cost, so some extra cost that is not regular that I split with the owner, and then I see how much I received. If I have any cost of my charge, owner cost, and the owner part, and I have the breakdown per reservation, and I have the total for the reservation for the month of August for that specific boat. Reservation list. And so you have here the possibility to do a detailed list, a full or a simple one, with all the reservation. Again, I'm going in the month of August. And this is, I have the reservation ID, the boat, the base, the client name, all the financial details, so the full breakdown. And I will now do the Excel just to show you a bit better the columns. I should have zoomed in a bit more, but you see it's every detail you have in the reservation tab in the booking manager, you have it in this. Sorry for leaving. Vicky, if you leave me your email, I can ask the team to contact you. Don't worry about leaving. There will be the recording of the academy, so you can watch what you might have missed. So to go back to this, every detail, Vicky, our pleasure. Every detail you have in the reservation, you can have it in this export. For those of you that are familiar with our local booking manager application, it's the same of what you normally do. You go in the reservation tab, you do the filters, you select the reservation, and you do the Excel export. This is the same. This is the same principle. So this gives you all the details, financial, boat information, check-in, check-out base, extra breakdown, discount breakdown. This is everything, okay? I'm going to the next slide. With this, you can do 1,000 pivot tables. Some of those pivot that you could do through this, we have specific solutions in Booking Manager. I will go through a couple in a minute. But for example, if you want a detailed breakdown of all the extras that you sold in August to compare with the extras you sell maybe in May, because, you know, maybe you have different, or to see if you sell, you know, a lot of paddles, to see if you need to buy more, or maybe you have, I don't know, bikes in your in the extras you offer and you have sold 0, maybe it's not worth offering them. You know, all of those more detailed plans, you know, for very specific things. Or maybe you want to see how well the early booking discount performed in comparison to the last minute discount. All of those things you could do through this. Or you can go to the extras list and do have an overview of the extras that you sold in a year or in a specific time frame. So here, again, I'm doing the month of August, and I have the detailed breakdown. I can do it on the reservation or on the invoice. Here I'm doing it on the reservation, and I have the breakdown per base and the breakdown per boat. And I can see, for example, on this Lagoon 77, how much APA I wrote in, how much the transit log. I have all my extras, and I see the amount for which I sold each one. And I have the total for the specific base. So I can see that maybe, I don't know, in Croatia, I sell less paddles than I sell in Greece. Or maybe the barbecue is used in Croatia and not in Greece. Or I don't know, all of those kind of specific items that you might want to add or not add. Then this way you can see where they perform. Or even if you're just in one country on several bases, or you're in one basis on several kind of boats, maybe, you know, the people that charter your smallest monohulls don't take paddles. So maybe you can, when you go setting the extras for next year, in Booking Manager, you can target the paddle to be available, as extra only on your largest unit, or only on your catamarans, or only on your premium units. Or maybe you can see and split that maybe on your medium units, they are a certain cost. On the premium units, they come as a package with, I don't know, bed linens. So this allows you to really go into the details of your extras and make accordingly your plans per base, per boat for the next season. Similar to this, I don't have it in the video, you have the discount. It works exactly the same. And there you have the breakdown of each discount per base, per boat. So you know that the early booking performs best on your smaller units. I don't know, the special promo for Instagram performed the best on the luxury segment of your fleet, or the catamarans, because those are maybe more millennials and Gen Z that saw your ad on Instagram, etc. And this gives you also an idea of the variety of discounts and setups that you can do in Booking Manager. Okay, no questions so far. I'll go to the next, which is more, does MMK remove LBMs saved on desktop? No, Claudia, don't worry. Both versions will exist. It's up to you to decide if you're more comfortable using Booking Manager. There was even typed, sounded, your fear of us removing the LBM came to me even through the message, Claudia. Don't worry, nothing changes in the sense that we plan on having more tools, not removing the ones you're so familiar with, and keeping building to make the tool more and more performing. So expected payments. This is more in season and also at the end of the year to have a review of your financial situation. This allows you, for example, now on today, I can check what is my financial situation, what are the payments I'm expecting. So I see what was the confirmation, what is the check-in, how much is the amount, and I have a very brief overview of what are the payments I'm expecting. This is just a report, but you have one more advanced tool of which we spoke about a couple of sessions ago. When we talked about invoicing, for sure, we talked about payment analyzer. So this is more, one screen, go through quickly and see, okay, I am good, or to send to your accountant to make sure that, for all the amounts, you have the matching invoice and that you're in the clear. The next one is the invoice review. And I think this is my final slide. So I can do the invoice review. We talked about this, I think, also in the invoicing in more details. So I can do, for example, for August, all the final invoices, I can check by type of payment method. I can do by office, by many filters. So here I see all the invoices that I issued all the final invoices I issued in August. And here I have two. I have the financial details. If I click on it, it brings me to the reservation where I can double check. And I can email it to my accountant. I can do the export for the creation authorities, or I can do the regular export that we mentioned so far. Now, I will take a sip of water while you come up with your questions before my favorite slides of the whole presentation. No question? Are you typing very long questions? Was I clear enough that you don't have any question at all? Please, can you talk me through the report for outstanding payments from broker? Broker side, what do you mean? You want me to let you know if this outstanding payment is available as a broker, or I misunderstood? Is it possible to make invoices without booking text? Claudia, not sure what you mean. What booking text you mean? If you can give you more information. So those reports currently are available for charter operators. If you're a broker, reports are still not part of our offer, and I say still. Notes. Yes, I'm quite confident, Claudia, that you can hide notes from the invoice, but my amazing colleagues from technical support will write you a quick email on how to do it. Or Sandy, you're a charter operator and you want to see what are the outstanding payments from a specific broker? Maybe I misunderstood you. If that was your question, you go to Payment Analyzer. Yes, sorry, Sandy, I didn't understand you immediately. So if that is, if you want to see the outstanding payments for a specific broker or for all brokers, you need to go to the Payment Analyzers. And there you can see. I will send you an email with the videos of the invoicing session we had, and there you have the payment analyzer. Obviously, you have to track payments through Booking Manager. Booking Manager allows you to issue the invoices for the payments or just to track the payments. But still, you have either to have connected the payment method or you have to type it in manually. And then Booking Manager alerts you if there's any outstanding payment. But Sandy, I will send you this via email with the session with invoicing where there is the payment analyzer tool in more detail. And I will check, probably we have something on our knowledge base that I can refer you. No problem, my pleasure. Okay, more questions? We will have time for more questions. Do I really need after? Can you share the video library for the previous Academy session? Absolutely, absolutely. If you go on our website, in the events, you go to this event and then you have back to Academy and you have all the sessions with all the videos, but I will send you the link with an email to make it as easy as possible for you. We had quite a lot of academies this year, so there's quite a lot of interesting things to go back and watch. And I'm saying that not because I held most of them, all of them, actually, all of them. So talking about Academy and talking about Summit, I guess, you know, after 6, 7, 8, 10 episodes of the Academy where I'm talking to you about how amazing the Summit is, how is something you should not miss, I will not go through my usual speech. But the thing I want to tell you is that the next Academy episode in December will be live at Booking Manager Summit on the 10th of December at 12 on stage 1. And the topic is State of the Charter Market 2025. So we will do an analysis of how the season was. So everything you saw and much, much more. We will discuss it at Booking Manager Summit. So I will present you top performing models, top performing destination. How is the situation with bookings for 26? What are the best bases? Are the agencies booking more or less? Any relevant data from the 25 season? We will discuss it at the live Academy session during Booking Manager Summit in Zagreb here next month. Actually, yes, next month. And after that, we have 2 panel discussions where you can bring these data that you learned at the live Academy, and you can discuss them during the charter and the agency panel on the Booking Manager Summit. And to make sure that, you know, everybody is part, has the possibility to be part of the summit. This month, again, I am doing a giveaway. So one of you will receive a free ticket to Booking Manager Summit this year. and the rest of you gets a 10% discount voucher for the Booking Manager Summit. So as per last month, I will do the giveaway. One of you will be picked out randomly, will get an email, and we cannot wait to see all of you at the Booking Manager Summit. No questions? Okay, if you have any questions, you can, contact me directly. You have the amazing guys from the support team that are always available. If it's about what kind of level of booking manager you have, there's a sales team behind me that will be happy to assist you. You will see about 10 of us next week at ICE. And once more, I really hope you, really hope to see you at Booking Manager Summit next month. So we can discuss those things in person, we can meet, we can have a glass of wine, we have a couple of parties ready for you, and also we have a lineup of speakers of which we are really proud of. We're always proud of the speakers we have, but this year we really have some outstanding ones that I personally can't wait to listen. So see you at the summit, see you next week at ICE, and thank you for being here again today. Bye, everybody.